Namaste. Welcome. Whether you be a lady, a man, animal, plant or mineral, my heart and mind is open and waiting for you. But if you've got any peculiarities, then don't DM me. I don't want anything mucky in my inbox. Do I look like a stepmom from Pornhub? Now, as always, let's have a listen to ourselves. Let's start with some breathing. I've got actually a bit of a rattle at the moment. I was on a dose of amoxicillin, but it hasn't done the trick. If you can hear yourself breathing, rejoice, you're alive. If you can't, puff a bit harder. Isn't that beautiful? You might be wondering why today, of all days, you've been led to my channel. You've only got one life, coach. Maybe you Google the word life coach and my name just jumped out at you. What do I know about algorithms and search engines? Nothing. One thing I do know about, though, is fate. Kismet has led you to me, which is actually quite funny because I've got a rescue lurcher called Kismet. He was called Lucky, but he was found dumped at the side of the road, and the irony seemed a bit cruel. You think that Dogs Trusted have more sympathy for their clients, but you know what? That's charities for you. Anyway, last week, you might remember that we met a lady who'd been involved in a dating scam. We called her Celia Donovan. No, we didn't. We didn't call her that. We called her Celine Dion. Now, Celine had met a man online, a lovely man, a man called John. John was a pilot with Emirates. I know, result. She'd actually sent me a picture of John in his uniform, and I checked out her Instagram page, and honestly, she's done really well for herself. He was an absolute dreamboat. Anyway, turns out that John was not a pilot. John was an unemployed gas fitter from Boston. Not the good Boston, in that they're America. The other one, in Lincoln. He managed to manipulate his way into her heart and bank account. She'd lost all her life savings. 600 quid. And she didn't even get to cop a feel. But you know what? Here at You've Only Got One Life, coach, we don't wallow in the river of negativity. Oh no. We take ourselves out, we spit out the raw sewage, and we say to ourselves, yes, I'm embarrassed. Yes, I'm ashamed. I've been left with not literally nothing, not a pot to piss in. And my family aren't that surprised because they always thought I was a bit touched. But you know what? As Nick Berry said, every loser wins. Well, I'm happy to say that Celine's been back in touch and she's followed some of my steps. She did her affirmations. She lit some of her incense. Then she says she went for a night out on the town. And when she did, she had an epiphany. She was sitting at the bus stop, drinking her cider, shouting at the traffic, when suddenly she noticed a pigeon alongside her. Now this pigeon had just one wing, and as it was going round in circles, pecking at her vomit, she heard a voice, a cooing voice. The voice seemed to say, I believe you can fly. I believe you can touch the sky. And in that moment, Celine knew she turned a corner. And I'm happy to say she's back on the market. But like I said to her, be realistic with your goals. If you look more like Alf Roberts, Google him if you're under 45, than say Julia Roberts, then set your bar low. I mean really low. We're talking ground level. Also, pay attention to nature. Nature and You've Only Got One Life, coach. Anyway, join me next week when we're going to meet Sheila. Sheila's up on a GBH charge and she needs some advice about how to impress a jury. And as always, go fix yourselves.